Hi everyone, today's video is how to upload vendors via data management. So we can create manually, but if you want to create more hundreds or thousands, definitely you need to use data management. So go to the workspace, click data management. Here is there are options import and export. So here is we to click export here. We have to give the group name, any kind of name we can give. So we are exporting the vendors. So I'm giving here exp underscore vendors. First we need to import the entity, so then we have to fill the data and we have to upload. So here is click the add entity here. So entity name is vendors v2. Just type here vendors v2 and target data format. I'm selecting here Excel, so we can select CSV also. So different formats are there, but I'm selecting here Excel format. Then click add. So vendors v2 entity mapping has completed successfully. Okay, entity is added, then close it. So on the top there is option export. Click the export. So batch job is scheduled. Close it and refresh it. Here is a two status: target status and staging status. It should be status as ended, but staging status showing ended, but target status still executing. So I'm closing this screen. Again I'm trying to export this. So batch job is scheduled again, and click refresh here. There is a button, refresh button. We have to refresh it. It takes some time. That's the reason we have to click again and again refresh, or else we have to wait few minutes. If the more data, so it will take time. So now the status showing executing. So now got the tick mark and showing the status as succeeded. So exported two here. So we created manually two vendors. That's the reason here is showing two. There is an option here, download file. So click the download file. So finally file is downloaded. I'm saving file on my desktop here. So which is created earlier manually, vendor 1 and 2 or in Excel sheet. So based on this data, so we can create more vendors in this sheet. So here is highlighted with yellow color. These fields are mandatory. So we can fill this data number of vendors and the same file we have to upload here. So here is address description field is we can give the vendor name, or else we can give any kind of address. Language also most important, so while uploading this field, otherwise error will come while doing the purchase order. So nature of the assets is company, the company or individuals or firm, so we have to update here. Here is vendor organization name is vendor name, so Lenovo Inc. This field is important. And vendor group ID is also important, like it's a group, vendor group, like local vendor, others, or foreign vendor, or domestic. So we have to assign the groups here. Vendor search name and organization both are same, so same here you have to give vendor name and search name also both are same. This field is also important, so I'm highlighting with yellow color. So withholding tax vendor type is I'm selected domestic here. So these fields are important, so I'm adding the new vendors here. So vendor 1 2, so I'm adding the 3 4 5 6. In parameter level, the number sequence you created for vendor account, so if you vendor number sequence is continuous, so we have to give the continuous 1 2 3 4 5 6. So, but I given here the non-continuous sequence manual number only. So that's the reason I am changing the sequence. First vendor is 1 and second vendor is 2, but third vendor is I'm giving here 13. The same way, just we have to update the address here and a vendor name here. Or description the same. I'm creating the vendor is Samsung Inc. We have to give update the address here, and we have to give the pin code. Language English. Nature of the associates company here. If you have the PAN card, we have to give the PAN card also, and we have to mention the PAN card status. If the available, we have to put available, otherwise not available or applied. You can give any kind of status here. If you want any personal information also, fields are available, we have to give here. And vendor group ID, so I'm giving the local vendor. So organization name Samsung Inc. So vendor search name also Samsung Inc. Withholding tax type is domestic here. So if you want to create manually one by one, it's take huge time. So I have a vendors list here. I already created in Excel sheet vendors list. So better to copy that data. So in the sheet one, already I have the data. So vendors data already created. So same data here is I'm copying. So this is the new data, so I'm highlighting with color. This is new vendors, so which is I'm going to create here from 13 14 up to 23. So just I copied here like Samsung Inc. up to ABC Tech. So all data here are given. If any mandatory fields are not updated here, definitely error will come. So again we have to check the data. So vendors also updated. These vendors are created manually. That's the reason I highlighted with another color. So data is I'm saving this data, so again I'm going to upload the same file. So go to the workspace, data management, and there is option at the import here. So already created import vendors, so click the load project. Source data for target is I'm selecting the Excel format, and entity name is type just vendors v2. Select vendors v2 and upload, click upload. So attach the file. Yes, click yes. Yes. So information is loaded, file is uploaded successfully. So, and there is an option on the top for import. Click import. Batch job is scheduled. Close it and click the refresh button here. Now status showing not run. If the Excel file has huge data, it's take time. So we have to wait for few seconds. Yeah, now status has been changed, showing as executive here. So now status showing executing and records is showing pending 13 records. Yeah, now status showing partially succeeded. So one error is came. We uploaded total 13 records. So 12 is uploaded, but one error is showing. And staging status showing the 12. So if you want to know the error, so we can check the error also here. So there is option use staging data. Click the use staging data here. Just type in the filter error. So error 23 vendor is error. Result showing field currency must be filled. So we did not given the currency here. So go to the where the currency field here. Yes, currency. So we did not update it. That's the reason error is came here. So we need to update currency here. I'm giving INR. So again we have to go to the Excel sheet and we have to update the currency and we have to upload. So but there is an option here is copy data to target. Here also we can update the in single record here, which is came error. So click OK. So here is number of records here 13. Click the run. If the error came with one or two records, so we can update here only. So not required to again to upload with same Excel. So we can also update here. Yes, one more error is came here. It's showing update not allowed party vendor party number. Okay, whereas the vendor party number is not updating here. So here is showing total created 2 and updated 2. So already created old 2, so new is updated 2. Total 12 records is updated. So I'm going to check here. Go to the all vendors. So vendor is created here 2, 3, 4. So Samsung INC or Dell, DRS, Infotix. So up to ABC vendors are created. So we can check here. So vendors are created successfully except one vendor. Thank you for watching.